In this video, I am going to show you guys how to use the law of cosine to find size and angle given two sides and the included angle, which is side angle psi, or given three sides. Side, side, side. Okay, so given triangle ABC, okay, one of the formula for law of cosines is a squared is b squared plus c squared minus 2bc times cosine of A. Okay, you can use this one to find psi A or angle A. So to find psi A, you have to be given psi angle psi. Okay, and then the other formula is b squared is a squared plus c squared and then minus 2ac times cosine angle B. Okay, to find side B, okay, you can use this formula or you can use it to find angle B given three sides. And then the last one is c squared is a squared plus b squared take away 2ab times cosine angle C. And then this last one right here, you can use it to find side C. You need angle C. Or if you have all three sides, you can find angle C. Okay, so these are the three formulas for the law of cosine that we can use it to find the missing side or the missing angle. Okay, let's take a look at this example. It says to find the missing measure and then round all your answers to the nearest tenth. So here you're given a triangle ABC. All right, so here's triangle ABC. Angle B is 106 degree. AB is 10, and then BC is 7. Okay, so BC is 7, and then we're looking for AC. Okay, so here we're given side angle psi. Okay, so we can use the formula for the law of cosine to find the missing side. So here we're looking for side B, so x is the same as side B. So the formula to find side B is b squared is a squared plus c squared take away 2ac and then times cosine angle B. So now that we have the formula, all we have to do is plug in these numbers and then solve for side B. Okay, side B is going to be x, so we have x squared is side A is going to be 7, so 7 squared plus side C is 10, so that's 10 squared. Take away 2 times 7 times 10. And then times cosine angle B, which is 106. So now we're just going to have to solve for x, and that is going to give us side B. So here x squared is 49 plus 100. Take away 2 times 7 is 14 times 10 is 140. And then cosine 106 degree. X squared is, so here when you add, you get 149. Take away 140 cosine 106. Okay, so now you just have to input this into the calculator. So x squared is, so when you punch this into the calculator, so here it's 149 take away 140 times cosine of 106 that is going to give us 187. So here it's going to be 187.5892. To go from x squared to x, you would have to take the square root of it. So we take square root of x squared, and then we take the square root of 187.5892. So x is going to be 696, and we are going to round that to the nearest tenth. So the answer is going to be 13.7. This side right here is going to be 13.7. So here we found the missing side, given side angle side, and the given angle has to be included, meaning that it's got to be between the two given sides. And as you can see, angle B, okay, is given between side A and side C. Okay, so let's take a look at another example. So here we have to find the missing measure. Okay, so here we're given triangle LMN. Okay, so here's your triangle LMN. Triangle LMN. Okay, so LM is 25, so this is 25. N is 20, and then LN is 24. According to this given triangle, you're given three sides, and you have to find out what angle L is. Okay, so we're looking for this angle right here. Okay, so side is what we know. Therefore, we can use the law of cosines to come up with the missing angle. So the formula is going to be L squared M squared plus N squared minus 2mn, and then cosine of x. Okay, so your L squared, your L is going to be 20, so that's going to be 20 squared equals to squared, so is 24, plus n squared, n is 25, minus 2mn, so that's going to be 2 times 24 times 25. Okay, and then here it's going to be cosine angle x. Okay, so we're trying to find out what x is, and that's going to give us angle L. So here, 20 squared. So here, 20 squared is going to give us 400. Is 24 squared is going to be 576. And then 25 squared is 25 times 25, so that is 625. Take away 2 times 24 times 25. So when you multiply those numbers, it's going to be 1200. And then cosine x. So here it's 400 is, add these two numbers. Add these two numbers, it's going to be 1201 minus 1200 cosine x. And then here we're going to solve for x. So first thing we need to do is minus 1201 to both sides. So minus 1201. Okay, this is going to give us negative 801 is, so these are gone. They add up to 0. And then take away 1200 cosine x. And then divide by negative 1200. And then divide by negative 1200. You can cancel those numbers. So you have cosine x is, so negative 801 over negative 1200 is going to give us 0.6675. So to find out what x is, you're going to use our cosine, which is the inverse of cosine. So here it's going to be 0.6675. Okay, and that is going to give us x. Okay, so here x is going to be 48.1 degree. So angle L for this triangle is going to be 48.1 degree. So here you're given three sides of a triangle, okay, and you can use the law of cosine to find out the angle. Okay, so here we're going to look at the application problems using the law of cosine. So here Maple Street, Oak Street, and West Avenue intersect to form a triangular piece of land. So I'm going to sketch that triangular piece of land. Okay, so here you have Maple Street. So this is Maple Street. Okay, and then you have West Avenue. Okay, and then you have Oak Drive. So the angle formed by Maple Street and Oak Drive is 79 degrees. So this angle here is 79 degrees. If the Maple Street intersect of the triangle is 390 feet, so this is 390. And the Oak Drive intersect 250 feet. So this one intersect at 250 feet. Find the length of the West Avenue intersection. So we're looking for this side right here. So according to this triangle, as you can see, you're given side, that's the Maple Street, angle, and then side, which is the Oak Drive. So you have side, angle, side. Therefore, you can use the law of cosine to come up with the missing side, which is the West Avenue. So we're looking for West Avenue, so that's going to be x squared, okay, equals to Maple Street, so that's going to be 390 square, okay, and then plus Oak Drive, which is 250 square, take away 2 times 390 times 250. Okay, and then here times cosine of 79 degree. Okay, so to solve for x here, that's going to give us the length of the West Avenue section. So x squared is, so 390 squared is going to be 152,100 plus 250 square, that's going to be 62,500. And then we got to multiply these three numbers, and that is going to give us 19,500, and then times cosine 79 degree. Okay, and then x squared, and then we got to add these two numbers, and that is going to give us 214,600 minus 19,500 times cosine 79 degree. So now we have to input this into the calculator, okay, to get the final number here. So when we do that, we get 177,392.2459. And then to go from x squared to x, you would have to take the square root of it. So take square root of x squared. Then I gotta take the square root of this number. So square root of x squared is x. And then square root of this is going to give us 121.2 to the nearest tenth. And it's going to be feet. So the length of the West Avenue section is 421.2 feet. So here we're going to look at another application problem. Two radar stations 2.5 miles apart are tracking an airplane. The straight line distance between station A and the plane is 7 miles. The straight line distance between station B and the plane is 9 miles. What is the angle of elevation from station B to the plane? So the straight line distance between station A and the plane is 7 miles. Okay, so the straight line distance. So here you have the straight line distance, station A and the plane. Okay, so that is going to be 7. And then the straight line distance between station B and the plane. So the plane to station B is going to be 9. Okay, what is the angle of elevation from station B to the plane? So angle of elevation from station B to the plane. So we're looking for this angle right here, and we're going to call it x, okay? This two station is 2.5 miles apart. So according to this triangle, we have 3 sides, and we're looking for angle B. So we have 3 sides, and we're looking for an angle. So therefore, we can use the law of cosine to come up with the missing angle here, which is the angle B, and we are calling it x. We're going to use 7 square, right? Is because 7 is side B, and then it's going to be 9 square plus 2.5 square, take away 2 times 9 times 2.5, and then it's going to be cosine of x. So here we're going to solve for x, and that is going to give us angle B. Okay, so 49 is 81 plus 2.5 times 2.5. This is 6.25. Take away, and then we're going to multiply these 3 numbers, and that's going to give us 45. And then cosine x. 49 is, add up these 2 numbers, it's going to give us 87.25. Take away 45, cosine x. Okay, so to solve for x here, I would have to get rid of the 87.25, so minus 87.25, and then minus 87.25 here. Okay, so this is going to give me 38, or negative 38.25 is, these add up to 0, and then bring down the negative 45 cosine x. And then I got to get rid of the negative 45, and I would have to divide by negative 45. If I do it to the right hand side, I have to do it to the left hand side. The exact same thing. And then those cancels out. So you're left with cosine x is 0.85. All right, so to get x, we would have to do the arc cosine, which is the inverse of cosine. So arc cosine of 0.85. And that is going to give us 32.0 degree. Okay, so the angle of elevation from station B to the plane, which is this angle right here, station B to the plane looking up, is 32.0 degree. And that is how you come up with the missing angle given three sides. You just use one of the formula for the law of cosines and then just plug in all the numbers and then solve for the missing information.